Hello, Winter Knight here, and today we are back with some more Series 2 action, and we're still on that quest to find the perfect Series 2 team. I think we're getting close. This team is very strong. As you can see, still rocking with Baxcalibur, and then we have a good balanced team around it with Iron Bundle, Iron Hands, Fluttermane, Arcanine, and Amoonguss. So we'll get into it, show you guys some matches, see how the team works. But before we do, if you could, please like and subscribe. We just hit 600 subs on the channel, and we're on our way to 1,000. So if you could help us get there, that would be amazing. But let's get right into it. Alright, first up here we have Tan with the Spam Sun team. He has Indeedee, Iron Hands, Armarouge, Torkoal, Fluttermane, and Amoonguss. So, into Spam, always want to lead Arcanine. Possibly expecting the fake out here, so I want something else that can put down some damage. So I'm thinking backs with Hands and possibly Flutter in the back. But I decided to just lead Flutter, that way if he leads us Hands, we will have some damage. We'll bring backs and hands of our own in the back. So GG's to Tan. Let's see what we can do here. So he leads Flutter Arma. We've got Flutter Arc. And he is Booster Energy here. Booster Energy Special Attack. So can safely just go for a Snarl here. And Shadow Ball into the Arma slot. We are Sash on our Flutter, so even if they attack our Flutter with theirs, we'll still get off at least an attack here. But we are max speed timid here, so we will outspeed. So they do go for the first turn Terra. And it's Water Terra, so that is a new one. Makes sense as a defensive Terra. Water is a good defensive Terra. We'll get off the Shadow Ball here, and then we'll see why they're rocking Water. It's for Arcanine here. They bust out the Terra Blast and will one-shot Arcanine here. So it really makes sense for a Spam team to have the Water Terra on Flutter. That way they can deal for the Arcanine that they know will be led into them. That's okay. We can bring out Gregory, the Iron Hands here, and threaten big damage on Fluttermane. So we'll just go ahead and Terra. That way we can take the Moonblast. And we'll just Shadow Ball the Arma slot. That way we can put pressure, make sure they don't get off Trick Room. We know Flutter is not sashed here. So they go Protect on Arma. Shadow Ball comes out into Protect. But then Hands goes next, so it looks like they were trying to Trick Room with the Flutter. I guess they were expecting the Fake Out into Armarouge and then possibly an attack into their Flutter from ours. But unfortunately, they go down there to the big Wild Charge, so felt like it was okay to risk the Fire Terra there because I didn't think they would call it with another Terra Blast into that slot. So we are Goggles here, so we don't have to worry about what Amoonguss is doing here. Even if they try to Rage Powder, we'll still get an attack off into Arma. If they try to spore hands, then it won't do them any good. So they do just hard switch out into Torkoal here. So they'll set the drought, get our photosynthesis going. So Wild Charge comes out into Torkoal. Takes it well, but we do get some chip damage down. Spore comes out into the Flutter, so we will take that turn. So not threatened by much here on hand, so we'll just go for the Swords Dance and then Shadow Ball into the Torkoal. If we lose Flutter here, that is just fine. So, big Shadow Ball into Amoonguss on the crit there. Will proc the berry, so it'll get back into the green there with the citrus. Swords Dance comes out. I do just go Heat Wave. Hands takes that very well. Flutter will go down. But that's fine. Now we can bring in Baxcalibur to threaten big damage on the mushroom. We'll just go Drain Punch into Torkoal, try to get a little bit of our health back. If they switch into Armor here, it'll go down to the Icicle Spear. If they stay in with Amoonguss, it also will go down here. It's one thing I really like about having Baxcalibur on this team. Icicle Spear is just good into so many things. They're taking their time trying to decide here. The tech comes out on the Torkoal. Big Icicle Spear. I guess they were trying to go for the Spore. Bye-bye to the Shroom. So now they will have to bring back Armor Rouge, and it is very, very low. So Ice Shard will pick up here, so it is not a threat. So we'll just Drain Punch the Torkoal. We'll go ahead and go for the Wild Charge. No. We'll need the health back, so we'll go ahead and Drain Punch. Just in case we can get a little bit of recovery off Torkoal there. And then we'll go for the Ice Shard. Finish off the Arma. And after the Swords Dance, Drain Punch does a good chunk there. Get almost back up to full. Heat Wave comes out, but it misses Bax. So I don't think Heat Wave would have took out there, but still worked out good. So we'll just go Icicle Spear. But battle was canceled. So GG's to my opponent. Alright, so next up we have Braid. I guess that's how you say it, I'm not sure. Braid. But anyway, they have Annihilate, Sableye, Talonflame, Dragonite, Fluttermane, and Golden Go. So very interesting team. We will just go Arcanine and Hands here with Flutter and Bax in the back. Want to cover for the Golden Go lead. They could have Defiant, Annihilate, which could be a problem, but a lot of people are running Vital Spirit, so I figure it's worth the risk. And if they're not Fire Terra, then we can threaten the Will-O-Wisp. So they do lead Sableye and Annihilate. And it is Defiant, so not a great start here, but that is okay. So we'll just go Fire Terra, Swords Dance with hands. And I'm debating going for the Will-O-Wisp. You have to play very careful in front of Sableye because it could try to disable or encore. So you don't want to protect. I do decide that Swords Dance not to play in front of Sableye. We'll just Wild Charge. Try to get rid of Sableye. And then go for the Wisp. It's worth a shot. If they don't Terra, we can get rid of that Defiant boost for the most part. So they do Reflect. Wisp comes out. So we'll take that. Rage Fist comes out, but it is unboosted. So Arc will take that very, very well. Wild Charge comes out. Big crit here. Sableye lives on a sliver of health. So we don't want to hit the Annihilate. We basically just want to take out the rest of the team. Deal with Annihilate last is the idea. We'll go ahead and just Wild Charge the Sableye again. Debating switching out here because I don't want to be encored into the Will-O-Wisp. But we'll just go for the Protect, take Sableye out, and get it off the board. So you just go light screen, so get both screens up. And they will bulk up with the Ape, so good play on their part. But again, we want to keep that Rage Fist as low as possible for now. So this is fine. He is slowly getting chipped down by the burn. And out comes the Flutter. So we'll just Terra Wild Charge with hands. And we'll go for the Flare Blitz on that side. Could Snarl, but again, we don't want to boost that Rage Fist. I want to cover for Sash Flutter here. Protect comes out from Flutter, so good play here. Since we doubled that slot. And Rage Fist comes out again. But even with the bulk up and the Defiant, it is still not doing much since he is burned and has not been hit yet. So we'll just make the same play here. Shadow Ball comes out into Arcanine. It does live on 9. Gets a special defense drop, but we will proc our Citrus Berry here. So we will be able to survive after the Flare Blitz. Brings it down. Not all the way to Sash, but Arc will live the Flare Blitz thanks to the berry. They just go ahead and hit another bulk up here. And Flutter goes down. So I'm not overly concerned with Ape at this point. We do still have Flutter of our own in the back, so the defense boost are not going to help it a whole lot. They haven't used their Terra yet, so it's possible they could be Fire Terra after all, which would make it better into Flutter since we'll have to switch over to Shadow Ball. I'll just go Protect on Arcanine here, expecting the Protect from Golden Go. I don't want him to Protect Gold and then Drain Punch my Arcanine. So we get the call right. Gold does Protect. But they Rage Fist the hands here, so I'm not sure about that call, but we'll go ahead and just Swords Dance on up. So we'll just double the gold slot here. He's taking his time. He does finally decide to Terra. And it is the 8. And it was fire after all. So I'm not sure why he saved that for the end. It would have made a big difference for him if he were to just hit that on turn 1. But big damage on gold there. We do get the burn, which is not super important. But Arc doing his job there. He will go down to the Flare Blitz this time. I don't know if we'll take the double up here with hands. Shadow Ball comes out. Another special defense drop. Is a Life Orb Gold. Rage Fist comes out. Still not boosted though, so hands will take that and finish off Golden Boy with the Wild Charge. And he actually hangs on. So now it's 3v1. We do have Perish on Flutter, so we'll go ahead and bring it in and hit the Perish on him. And go for the Drain Punch if it'll let us try to get a little bit of health back. That way hands can stick around if possible. Flutter sings that awful, awful song. He will Rage Fist the hands here. So I was able to comfortably go for Perish there because this Sash Flutter. And now he doesn't have any spread moves, so he'll have to hit Flutter at least twice to take it out. And then we have Protect on Bax as well. So Bax hops on into battle here. Expecting the Drain Punch into that slot. So we will Protect Bax and go for the Shadow Ball. Doesn't do as much as I hope, but we do get the call right. He Drain Punches Bax. Burn will do a bit more chip here. Count falls to 2. Reflect finally wears off. So we'll just go Glaive Rush here. I thought about Ice Sharding just to get a little chip before the Shadow Ball. I decide against it. So Shadow Ball comes out. I actually think with the Ice Shard that would have picked up. Special defense drop does proc Defying again, but luckily Bax is faster here, so we will finish off with the Glaive Rush. So GG's. Good match there. As you can see, Bax is still amazing in Series 2. And I really dig this team. It has all the tools it needs. Great balanced squad. So, probably be back with this team in the next one. I'm just really loving this team and want to master it. So we'll see you in the next one. Peace.